Guys, welcome back to the channel. This is Kalvin today talking about something a little bit different. I am going to be talking about how I create my thumbnails, and let me just preface this by saying I am by no means a professional. I just started this myself, but I had a gentleman request one of the videos from me be a video on how to create thumbnails. So I thought this might be valuable for the beginner YouTuber who wants to experiment with how to create thumbnails, and it's fun to be able to experiment with it and learn exactly what your style is. I don't have a particular style right now, but I am learning what what finds value, what I find value in my thumbnails. And so right now I'm just kind of having a little bit of fun with it, and I have no particular theme going right now. I've noticed that some people have themes, and with those channels they have been able to create a lot of traction and a lot of traffic very quickly. So maybe one of my tips today would be to have some sort of theme or some sort of consistency that would help identify your brand almost right off the bat when somebody sees something. So the gentleman that I kind of told how to do this for was immediately implementing this, and he created his own little thumbnails, and I really enjoyed the fact that he created them back to back. They have a very similar look. Each of them has a different title, and each of them has their own differences, but they are very consistent, and you can tell what his brand is right off the bat. You can tell those are his videos, and I have seen a couple of other YouTubers that have a consistent brand thumbnail where you can identify them right off the bat. Now, so just today, just getting started, I'm going to go over here, and this is the website I use. I use canva.com. I do use a little bit of Photoshop to edit some of the images, if I need to Photoshop something out or bring up a little bit of lighting. I can use Lightroom. So there are some pluses to using the Adobe products. If you're not familiar with Adobe, it's a very advanced software where you can use video editing, you can use video editing software, you can use photo editing software, and particularly it's very easy to use once you've learned the basics, how to edit your photos. So but that's not what this video is going to be about today. This video is going to be about Canva and how simple it is to use Canva to create simple thumbnails. So the thumbnails you see, I've created in Canva, and it's already got a layout for you specifically. So if you go to canva.com and you create your own profile, you can use your Facebook login, and you just set it up right through there. You will be led to a page like here when you click create a design. So once you click create a design, it'll pull up this page. You can click this section right here for YouTube thumbnail, and as you can see, there are a bunch of other things. If you're making a Facebook post, an Instagram post, a Tumblr graphic, or whatever you're working on at this particular moment, they have different dimensions for each of those things that you can work within that will help make your either thumbnail or card or flyer or a specific post that you're working towards. It can be the correct dimensions. So let's go ahead and click YouTube thumbnail. As you saw, it was a 1280 by 720, I believe it was. And that thumbnail, let's just go back to verify. Yeah, 1280 pixels by 720 pixels. And so this is the kind of dimensions that you want to work with when you're creating your thumbnail. As you can see, Canva has a bunch of different layouts. You can kind of just choose your own. A lot of them are free, but as you continue to scroll down and get a little bit further into it, they start to charge for a couple of different thumbnails. They've got a lot of cool thumbnails here. So let's say, I wanted to create a thumbnail kind of like this. You can choose your own image on the back, but they've got their own, they have everything selected differently. So as you can see, each of these has its own elements. They've got a number element right here, an element for you can move around and readjust for your words, and then also for your picture as well. If you click it, you can move around. If I wanted to delete this on the back and just keep these two elements right here, I could keep these two elements and add my own picture. So let's experiment with that, and I'll put that back right there. Let's experiment. So if I wanted to say 5 tips when using Canva for thumbnails, I could just say it right there. And that's one of the things that I've noticed is that your thumbnails are really small. So when you're using your YouTube thumbnails and you post them, you want to make sure that they're taking up a good portion of the screen. or else, you know, a lot of people won't be able to see it. And one of the things that you can, you know, do to make your images a lot stronger and a lot better is making these as big as possible, because people identify the picture a lot of times as their value point. They look at the thumbnail and they see, okay, hey, I want to watch it because of that thumbnail. And, you know, ironically, a lot of us don't think that that's the case. We think that the title is very important. And yes, it is. The title is very important, but specifically our thumbnail is what it grabs the attention of the audience. And, you know, somebody that's coming across your channel for the first time is going to want to see something that is, you know, eye-grabbing. And that's what, you know, we as humans operate off of. We operate off of what we see by our eyes. So, you know, let's just have it right here. 5 tips when using Canva for thumbnails. If I wanted to maybe, let's say, upload my own image, I can go ahead and upload an image right here. So let's, you know, I already downloaded a couple of images here, so let's use this one. You know, you can just click upload your own images, grab it from your desktop and put it here. I want to center it right here, and let's see, you know, what if I wanted to put it right up here? And so that looks, you know, you just got to play around with it. And if I, you know, you can't see completely right now that this doesn't look amazing on the background. So what I could do is I could probably just come in here and pick an element. They have a bunch of different elements. You can choose from free photos that they have for your backgrounds. You can choose from different grids to lay out your photos with. They have a bunch of different frames you can use, shapes, and right now I'm going to go in here for the shapes because I want to put in you know, something that I can put behind my text. And so I'm, you know, I went up here and changed the color, and now I'm going to edit the transparency just a tad, and I'm going to arrange this, and I'm going to send it back behind the text, and then I'm going to put my text right here. Actually, let's move this over just a bit, and we'll bring this out just a tad, and then this up a little bit, you know. Something like that. If I wanted to, let's say, center this, I can go up here and put that there and just play around with it some more. You know, that, and it already has a lot of automatic guides where it will automatically guide. So if you can see right here, it'll tell you right there is the very center point between all of the images. It gives you that center right there with all the equal blocks on each side. So let me just adjust my image because it's not, you can see on these borders right here it wasn't perfectly lined up, but now my image is perfectly lined up. If I wanted to, I could extend this a little bit, and now it is perfectly, I can see the Canon image, I can see my face well, there's a lot of space up in here. So, you know, kind of just talking about this image in particular, you know, I left a lot of space up in the top right corner for myself, which ends up being the top left corner, so that you can drop a lot of text there. And so that's what I've been doing with my images. I've been leaving a lot of space up in the corner so that I can put in some text. It's been grabbing a lot of the attention of the audience that I've been gaining, and you know, it's kind of a cool way to not edit yourself out, crop yourself out. You know, you want to leave a lot of space for yourself. If you're creating a personal brand, you want to be able to have a lot of space for yourself there. So a lot of people are identifying my face now, and they're able to see that, you know, this is Kalvin's video. You know, what's he going to talk about today? He's going to talk about 5 tips when using Canva for thumbnails. And I specifically today I don't have any tips for you using Canva. I just wanted to show you guys kind of what the interface looks like and what the platform is all about. You know, here we have a bunch of different lines and different illustrations you can use, and you know, there's just a lot of playroom that you can have here. And you know, they even like to advertise themselves, so you can use here. I can go right up in here and I can put, you know, Canva. That, you know, that's interesting. Maybe not something necessarily that I would do, but you know, if you played it out right, you could have it there, or you could put Canva. Maybe, yeah, let's put it right there. So something like that. You know, that doesn't look great, but I'm just giving you an example of like something you can use. So yeah, it looks pretty good. I'm gonna delete it because I don't like it personally. I'm a stickler about stuff like that. And then you have a bunch of different fonts you can use. And if you want to go out crazy, you know, Canva is obviously a free platform to a certain extent, but you can use a lot of their paid ones. You only pay, you know, a couple dollars to be able to use some of their text or images. You can use some of their backgrounds, and they do have the option to, you know, pay. But all in all, Canva's a great system to use, a great platform to use, and I am just happy to share it with you guys. You know, I hope that help you guys make your own thumbnails. If you guys have any questions, please let me know. If you guys have any tips for me, you know, like I said, I'm not a professional by any means. I do photography on the side, and I do enjoy doing photography. So that's something that I like doing in my personal time, and with that, it has helped me create really good thumbnails, such as you see here. Like, you know, the quality of that image is pretty good, I would say. If you guys have any questions about cameras or thumbnails, you know, fonts, whatever it may be, I don't know, just let me know. So send me a message. You know, you can find me on Instagram, Facebook, Snapchat, you know, obviously here on YouTube. If this is your first time here, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, and I will have a lot more content available for you guys coming up shortly. I know I've been out for a couple of days. I've had some things that I've had to take care of, but now I'm back, and, you know, I'm here ready to tackle this week. So again, if you haven't yet, subscribe. If you haven't made a channel, I know a lot of you guys watch these videos without a channel. Go ahead and subscribe to my channel by making an account and then subscribing. Like, comment, subscribe. I'm here for you guys just as much as you're here for me. Let's build this community, and I'm excited to see what tomorrow holds. Thank you guys, and have a great day. Bye.